Ricky at the time, who's now my drummer, who's been in my drummer since Hate for One days,
Yep.
he auditioned for the band, and that's how he got into the band. Okay, so he gets into the band, and then we kind of write for a while, and then Stuart, who's my guitarist now, also auditioned for that band. Didn't know those guys then.
Yep.
They all started in that band. Well, Ricky and I left the band, what was called Gahana at the time. They went and did their own thing. Stuart and Clay wrote most of the other stuff. We started Hate for One when Eric, who started the band originally with me and Clay, we started the band. We left, and Eric's like, hey, I got this other side project I was thinking maybe you wanted to play with. I was like, sure. So I went in. We started writing in this garage. And I was like, I got a good drummer that's also had just left the band. And that was Ricky. So we started Hate for One. That's how Hate for One got into itself. And then we wrote all that music together. And then that kind of had another fallout. So we left that band, and it was just Ricky and I, and was like, what are we going to do? Stuart had left that band, the band originally when he was in it. He left, and I was like, hey, Stu, you want to jam? And that's how Mechanical Process got started. So pretty much how that all got started. And Mechanical Process really just became itself from that way. And that's how we stand now. So it's all connected. It really kind of snowballed ahead. And then Stuart married Lisa from a connection when he met me in
they hit it
Gahana.
I was there at the proposal at Blazes.
Right.
It's the music scene in Rhode Island. I'm finding out more and more is more like Father's Day in Tennessee. Everybody knows everybody somehow. It's typical.
The local
Rhode
scene
Island
is very
anyways.
ancestral, if that's what you're looking at. It's very ancestral. Everybody knows somebody. Somebody has filled in for another member who started another band. It's Tony knows, and anybody that's been in the scene knows how it works. Everybody's been friends with each other, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, why don't we cut it here?
Sure.
We're going to lead out with another Mechanical Process song called Oddity. Off the same album.
Sure.
You're listening to MyNightOut Radio on Rhode Island Free Radio. If you do want to get in touch with us, get on the show, get your music on the show, MyNightOutRadio at Verizon.net. You can also catch us on Facebook. So here we'll head up with Oddity.
Sounds good to me.
You're not alone. You understand the words of the soul. Try to bring, not afraid. Stay in the fight of your games. Look at your face, nothing to say. All the strength you gain. All the years, shed the tears. How do we face these days? With the flight through hate. In the end you break. Can you take? You wanna take? How do you feel? What do we say? Nothing left to break. Beat you down, knock around. Take the words from your mouth. Not a sound.
ProvidenceNightOut.com is a one-stop destination website where you'll discover a comprehensive guide of everything that the Providence area has to offer. Nightlife, entertainment, dining and dancing, community and family events, and so much more. Download the free app called MyNightOut. It's ProvidenceNightOut.com.
Mom made beans for dinner. You know I ate them all. Said come get your coat on, going to the mall. You're gonna visit Santa and sit upon his knee. But all that I could think about was how not to cut the cheese. Waiting there for Santa, I thought that I'd explode. The gas bubble grew bigger with every ho-ho-ho. Tried my best to hide it, that I was doing swell. But when I sat down on Santa's lap, he hollered, "What's that smell?" I farted on Santa's lap. Now Christmas is gonna sing for me. I farted on Santa's lap. Now I'll get under my Christmas tree. I asked him for a baseball, I asked him for a bat. I asked him for some ice skates, but I'll get none of that. I asked him for a lot of things I'll have to do without. 'Cause when I sat down on Santa's lap, I let one slip out. I farted on Santa's lap. Now Christmas is gonna sing for me. I farted on Santa's lap. Now I'll get under my Christmas tree. On Christmas Eve, I snuck out of my bed without a sound. Went down to the living room just to take a look around. It was then that I saw Santa next to the Christmas tree. His arms were full of presents, and they were all for me. Put them on a pile, got up to turn around, and blew a fart with such great force our tree almost came down. So I'll always cherish that special moment when I realized even old Saint Nick rips one now and then. I farted on Santa's lap, and Christmas didn't sing for me. I farted on Santa's lap, and Santa left one on my Christmas tree.
Welcome back, My Night Outers. You are listening to My Night Out Radio on Rhode Island Free Radio. Yeah, we got a little immature on you. You just listened to I Farted on Santa's Lap by the Stinkers.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's a good name, though, the Stinkers.
Yeah.
I wonder if
But
they
we've
have
all
more
done
tracks
that, right?
like that.
We've all done that.
Well, I was more of a wedding on Santa's lap myself, but, you know, the poor guy had to wear plastic pants every time I went by him. We do have Mike D in studio. Mike D.
Yeah, you've heard enough of me talk already. Sorry about that. I get in channel-minded. There's a lot of history there.
Well, where is Mike D, businessman, booking agent,
Educator.
promoter, educator,
Coach.
Where's he going from here? What's on the plate for 2015? What's on the plate going forward?
The 2015 year is going to be interesting, I think, because last year, or actually this year in 2014, we've had a lot of different transitions with Lisa retiring, with Rock Karma. We did record an album this year, so we're hoping that album can be released in the spring. Joe Moody has recorded all our albums, and hopefully this album will be done as soon as it can be done. I think financially we just had to slow it down. We're hoping to make a video with one of the songs off the album. Maybe even write another album. We say every year, oh, wait, we're going to take a year off from recording and writing, but it seems like we always seem to get that ball going pretty quickly. Booking-wise, we're looking to do a lot more this year in booking. This year was a slow year for booking for us. Normally we do probably anywhere between 20 and so shows, but this year we probably did less. We did about maybe 10, if that. But December was a big year. We did some big shows. We did the Santa Core and the Metal Exodus in December, and that really went well at Simon's and at Casey's. We raised some good amount of toys for the kids this year. We did some benefits with the Mechanical Process. It's all over the place with me. So with 2015, we're hoping that we can trigger down with some good shows with Rock Karma as well as Mechanical Process. It's tough to keep those divided. I try to keep my Rock Karma shows with Rock Karma. You don't see us play many shows as a band, Mechanical Process, on those shows. you try to go with both worlds. So you have to really kind of get a good balance between both.
Yeah, it's almost like you're showing favoritism.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the worst part is people believe that you're trying to show favoritism when you bring in bands that you book on a regular basis. This year, I think we'll probably open ourselves up a bit more, try to do more punk shows. I'd like to do more punk shows. Greg from Reason to Fight's been doing an awesome job this year, bringing in some awesome bands. Like I said, I just came back from a show he just booked Wednesday, Agnostic Front, which was a serious show. He's just been doing really good things. He did Madball, and that was a great show. He's putting some stuff out there, and I would love to try to do that with him more in 2015. I'd love to see some bigger shows like that happen. I'd like to see some more punk shows. I'd like to see some more big metal shows. Davey Moore's doing some stuff. I'd love to try to collaborate with him and do some cool rock shows.
Davey Moore and Midday Records always has my respect because
so
he puts
it's
some
good.
very
I think as a booker, you have to realize that you can't just do this on your own to keep a good scene alive. You should be doing this together, so not everybody's running and butting heads with each other. Just like the problem with anything. I work in the school department. People butt heads. They do one thing and they don't communicate with the other side. Like, how is anything going to get done or fixed or anyway if you don't at least communicate with each other? Say, hey, I'm going to be doing such a show, doing this. What do you think? Maybe I could bounce off a show with you guys or whatever. It works better when you communicate with each other instead of trying to just rip at each other and try to just try to take people down. I just find it silly. And it's been a problem this year in 2014 where people are just pointing fingers at each other and all that. So I'm hoping that in 2015 we can try to get away from that. Huh?
Can't we all just get along?
Yeah, can't we all just get along? Seriously, I wish that would be as easy it is, but people make up stuff. There's a lot of sly talk and a lot of people trying to point fingers at each other and stuff. We're trying in 2015 to try to get away from that. Try to just make shows nice and have a good time.
We here at My Night Out Radio do not support any animosities.
Yes.
Any
I don't
mudslinging.
I don't. I have been true to my word, and whatever people have heard or said, I would say 99% of it's false. It's just false. It's just made up stuff that people think that they heard. And I'm just hoping, like I said, in 2015, I'm just hoping that can be passed on, and we could just get back to booking shows, having great shows, being at all these local venues. There's a lot of cool venues out there now that are just popping and coming up, and I think as a promoter and a booker and even a musician, I would like to see that open door policy where people could come in and play a show and have a good time and not have to worry about the bottom end of things. Hopefully, that's a prey to the old metal gods and the old music gods out there that can at least start to move forward with this.
Yeah, I know Ed and I try to get out to as many different shows as we can, and we're not just locked into any one genre. And I think just from this is our fourth show now, but our previous three, we've had guests in here from every genre so far. And I think it's important for those who like to go out to get out and try to see a different type of band. You're not into metal, hey, but guess what? Go check out a show at Simon's and catch these bands. Because going into this, if I had to pick one or two genres, metal probably would not have been something I would have seeked out. But now that I've been to a couple shows, it's like the most energy. The feeling you get from a metal show, in my mind, is completely different than any other type of show.
That's the whole